design these employee wellness programs. Weekly fitness challenges are there. Weekly health tips are delivered over email. Our YouTube channel also designs a separate uh, high quality educational videos, and webinars is the latest entry into this. Till date, we have conducted almost more than 100 to 250 webinars as of now, and almost each webinar is being attended by an audience of around 250 to 500 people. This we have found a very great interactive tool by which you can ask questions, and our moderators take these questions and get the answers from the experts. We arrange these webinars as a general public webinars almost every day with the different topics, as well as an exclusive webinars for the corporates based on their topics. So this is how we see ourselves as a 360-degree wellness partner for a company, for an organization. And at the same time, we have been also associated with some kind of a community. We also believe in our community responsibility. So any non-profit organization, or if it is a CSR activity, then we would also like to be as a part of our CSR activities. And we have been doing that when it comes to the rural health programs, school health programs, or women wellness programs, especially with the rural background. So this is all about Just for Hearts. You search Just for Hearts on Google and you can get idea about all our social platform. Website is quite interactive, quite easy to follow, quite easy to approach us also, and we are just a call or an email away. I think that's all in short I can summarize about Just for Hearts. Now let's get down to the business and let's start with actual webinar. So over to Shweta again. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the your inputs. So I request now Pooja Kulkarni madam to join us for the session, so that whatever we discussed right now, we can continue with the webinar. So about today's webinar, I just wanted to introduce everyone with our today's expert. She is a dietitian from Just for Hearts. She has done her MSc in food science and nutrition. She is also a certified diabetes educator and having a 10 plus years of practicing experience till now. And she has delivered almost 100 plus sessions and webinars in different corporates, schools, manufacturing companies, and many more. With this, she is also specialized in personal one-to-one consultations, online consultations, and also do a canteen audits for the companies. Okay, so I request Pooja madam to please connect with us so that we can go ahead with today's activity. So Pooja.
Yes, thank you so much, Shweta, for introducing me to the audience. I welcome again all the audience from my side. I'm Pooja Kulkarni, as Shweta has briefly explained. So the topic for today's discussion is, as you all know, diet and lifestyle, how we can maintain it during this work from home routine, or in this lockdown or quarantine period. So that is what we are going to discuss about. So why do we need this? Let's start with this. Because there's a picture below, which is a more attracting picture for everyone, because most of us are worried about our weight, whether my weight will be increased in this quarantine period. I'm sitting at home doing nothing, no exercise, and the eating is more, so my weight is going to increase. So I need to know about my diet. How can I maintain my diet? Right? Most of you must be having this question in your mind, because during our one-to-one interaction, the major question which is asked is, I'm not working out. So, I have very stringent options in my food, or the vegetable stock and everything. So how can I maintain my diet? But yes, so major reason for this discussion is we are facing a lockdown period. So there's a less physical activity, right? We can't even go out for exercise, or not even in certain areas we are not even allowed to roam around our building premises, right? So physical activity is definitely less. Some people are working out at home, but few people are not even working out. Then second, binge eating. I guess many of us have turned into a chef currently. A lot of men are experimenting their skills. I guess nowadays, more than me, my husband tells me what I need to cook every day. So that should be the case at everyone's household. So there's a lot of binge eating which is happening currently, munching in between, or we are doing work from home, sitting at one place. So what should I do along with my this boring routine? Let's munch the snack and change my mood, right? So binge eating is more. Anxiety and stress, yes, how many cases have increased today? How many deaths have happened? What will happen in future, when this lockdown is going to get over? All these anxiety questions are constantly coming in our mind, which is actually increasing the mental stress. And this stress is majorly hampering us, not just mentally but physically also, right? How, that we will be discussing further, but this anxiety is one major reason. Another is disturbed routines. We all were used to with some kind of bodily routine. We used to get up at a particular time early in the morning, get up, exercise, freshen up, go to workplace, then come back home, have your meals on time. But currently it's disturbed somewhere, right? There's a binge watching of web series, so late night watching is there, or a disturbed meal timings is mostly what we are seeing currently. So all these disturbed routine is also hampering our immunity levels. So all, if we consider all these factors, they are indirectly going to happen, or going to hamper our weight, our immunity levels, right? And these two things are very much important in current situation, because immunity is the one which is going to protect us, right? So that's why this topic is majorly discussed, and that's why even we are going to discuss and finding out the solution for managing these concerns, right? So I want to know what you guys are thinking about it. How, Shweta, can we run the first poll?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so let's make it interactive, not just me communicating from one side. I also want to know the audience responses, so that it will make our session more interactive. So do you think this lockdown period hampering your healthy lifestyle routine? I want to know what you people are thinking. So, that will help me to conduct my session further. So do you really think, no, I can manage my healthy lifestyle well? Or yes, it's really getting difficult for me to manage my diet, manage my exercise routine. So what do you think? I hope everyone will participate.
Yes, they are participating. So we will just wait for 5-7 seconds more, and then we will end the poll and share the result.
Sure, Shweta. We'll have more interactions in between.
Till the time, I just wanted to say, anybody has any questions or want to discuss anything, please write your questions on question answer box so that we can resolve your queries.
Yes, we'll be happy to answer all the queries.
Yeah, so results are here.
Oh, so 78% people are thinking that yes, it's hampering our healthy lifestyle routine. Okay, and only 22% are saying that no, I can still manage my healthy lifestyle. So I guess you all will get your answers, I hope, at the end of the session. It's nothing very difficult, to manage our healthy lifestyle routine, because it's only 2-3 things which you need to manage smartly and properly with smart choices. So you will definitely be able to manage your healthy lifestyle. And I'm sure at the end of this session, you will be happy, no, I can manage this, I can do this, and I can also maintain my healthy lifestyle, right? Can we have the next slide?
Yeah, sure.
So now we have talked about healthy lifestyle. So what exactly healthy lifestyle means, or what are the factors of healthy lifestyle? First and foremost, yes, the major thing of discussion, and even the most important thing for healthy lifestyle, is maintaining the correct weight. You all should be aware about your BMI, that is body mass index, and or otherwise there are a lot of calculators which are available On our website also, there's a BMI calculator which is available. So you can go and calculate your BMI. Knowing your BMI is a very important thing, that where exactly do we stand, and do you stand in overweight category or obese category or normal weight category. And if you know your weight, so you can set your goals, right? So if you're in whatever category you are, based on that you can decide your goals. So maintaining correct weight should be the priority for every one of us, right? So that is also the first factor for healthy lifestyle, because weight decides, or it is a main causative factor for many other lifestyle disorders like diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, or even currently we are facing or going through this pandemic situation. So people who are obese, and if they are affected with this corona, then the seriousness of this disease or severity of this disease is more, or risk for them is more, right? So maintaining correct weight. Second, healthy diet. Healthy diet does not mean eating less, right? Because that is a major misconception. Because commonly when people come to us for one-to-one, even through this online chatting, first question is asked, please, mujhe khana khana hai, kam nahi khana hai, right? So healthy diet does not mean eating less. It means that you need to eat nutritious food, which is calorie dense, based on your body's requirement. Because every person or every individual is different from one to one, right? So the diet which is given for me is not suitable for someone else. For example, Shweta or someone from you, right? So every person is different. So every diet has to be individualized. So based on the requirement, if there is a deficiency of nutrients or excess of nutrients is there, then that should be managed and well managed through diet. And that is what the main focus of diet should be. Then next healthy factor of healthy lifestyle is physical exercise. Yes, diet will help us not to add more into the current weight if we consider it. Then diet will help us to control the addition of excessivity. But exercise will help us to burn whatever that is extra in our body. If we consider the weight, then the whatever extra weight or the fat deposit which is there, to remove that or to reduce that, exercise is something which will help us. Another advantage of exercise is it helps us in the stress management category also, because it helps us to release many feel-good hormones in our body, all the good endorphins in our body, which keeps our mind fresh, our body relaxed, and that also help us in reducing the physical as well as mental stress. So physical exercise is another important factor. The next factor is sound sleep, because sleep is the time or the resting time when our body is at complete rest and even the mind is at complete rest. So that this is the point where body is in a recovery phase. So whatever damage which has happened in the entire day, this is the time when our body recovers that, right? Even at that time our mind is calm, and that is the best time to have a calm mind, and another type of stress management also, right? So sound sleep is must. Sound sleep किंवा even मी मराठीत सांगू इच्छिते की ज्याला आपण गाढ झोप म्हणतो, की that means there's no breaks in between, at least for 6 hours, right? Minimum of 6 hours of sound sleep is very much important. If you are getting up in between very frequently, then you need to work on your sleep pattern and prefer that your sleep should be calm and sound enough you will not get up in between, right? And another last and very important factor, stress-free mind. Stress is something, whenever there's a stress in the body, it could be mental stress or physical stress, cortisol hormones are immediately released, because these are our fight and flight hormones. You all must be aware about that. And when these hormones are released, these hormones are stored in the body in the form of fat, or these hormones increase the fat deposition in the body. So these hormones are not only responsible for our mental health, but our physical health is also damaged, right? In case if you're undergoing through diabetes or hypertension, then this stress is majorly hampering our body. So having stress-free mind every day is important. How many of us are actually following the meditation or stress management techniques every day? If not, then we need to start, right? Because stress-free mind is the very much important factor of healthy lifestyle. So if we have all these 5 factors, then we can consider our lifestyle is healthy. Otherwise, there is something is missing in our healthy lifestyle. And if we look at these factors, it is easy to manage them in our current situation, right? How we can discuss about diet and exercise also, and even the stress management somehow will touch that, because that is another point which has to be discussed in detail, right? So let's discuss further about healthy lifestyle. Next slide, please. Yes, so what is important currently in this pandemic situation is our immunity. We need to boost our immune system, because this is something which is going to protect us from this coronavirus thing or this pandemic situation. Every day you must be hearing lot of things about how to improve your immunity. This food should be included, include this in your diet. Why? Because immunity is something which is majorly important for us currently. And like every other system, respiratory or digestive or every other system, this immune system is constantly working in our body as a defense system, as a warrior system. So not just corona, but any other infection, if it enters in the body, this immune system is the first one to fight that. And if our immunity is low, then the war is won by the infection, and this infection enters inside our body cells, and then we are affected with this infection. So immunity is the first important thing which we need to maintain currently, right? How? Let's see that. Next slide, please. Yes, so what do we need to do to maintain our immunity, right? First, an important thing is have a routine, right? Routine as in, our body is used to with a particular type of routine. Our body clock is set. If that body clock is hampered, and if, the body routine is hampered, then it directly affects our immunity. Because our immunity is, there are many other functions which are responsible, which are happening inside our body, which are responsible for immunity, like liver regeneration or the recovery phase, which is happening inside the body. Our clock is set for these processes. But if it is break in between, or the schedule is not proper, or a body clock is disturbed, then all these processes are going to disturb. Then liver regeneration or recovery is going to disturb, and this is going to directly hamper our immunity. So have a routine, set up a routine. You will be waking up by, for example, 7 in the morning, say 6:30 in the morning, or whatever may be the timing. Based on your earlier timing, you can decide. Get up at the same time and go to sleep at the same time. That is very, very important. I know this is a time we are, enjoying our quarantine time, watching movies, then, binge watching a lot of options which are available to us, but restrict it to particular time and maintain your routine, right? So routine is directly proportional to a immunity. Remember that. Second, eat all meals on time. Whenever we say weight or body metabolism, then it is very much important for us to initiate the body metabolism rate early in the morning. Because if you start early in the morning, your body metabolism starts early. If you start late, then the metabolic rate is going to hamper. And this metabolic rate, if it's going smoothly, or if the metabolic rate is more, then the fat burning or the calorie burning is also more, right? So if you start late, your calorie burning will be less, right? And that is going to hamper the entire day's calorie metabolism. So maintain a routine. Along with this routine, eat all your meals on correct timings. Late dinners particularly should be avoided. That we can easily manage nowadays. We can manage our time based on our timings, right? uh, Proper lunch, and the most important, breakfast. You should have your breakfast by 9 a.m. in the morning, right? Because that is very much important, because this is the first meal which is responsible to start your metabolic rate, right? So don't forget your breakfast early in the morning, right? The next, about nutrition, uh, we need to maintain our immunity, right? So for immunity, there are particular foods which are very much important to have in your daily routine, and that is absolutely possible through our daily intake. We don't need to go on for artificial supplementation. Of course, in case if a person is going through any deficiency, then additional supplementation is needed. But if your body is well maintained and there's no deficiency of nutrients, we can easily manage all these nutrients through our daily diet. So firstly, go colorful with your veggies. There are ample amount of vegetables which are available. I know in certain areas there are restrictions, but vegetables are available. So once in a week or once in 10 days, you can stock your vegetables. While selecting vegetables, go colorful, because there are various types of vegetables which have ample amount of vitamins and minerals which are not available in our cereals or pulses. So to get these vitamins and minerals, we need to have these vegetables and fruits more and more, right? So particularly for immunity, including vitamin C rich fruits. For vitamin C, all citrus fruits like orange, lemon, amla. Uh, it's started, but yes, kairi, raw mango is also rich in vitamin C. Nowadays, we are getting it in the market. Then our even capsicum is also rich in vitamin C, so that can also be included in your food. Oranges is something which is available now, and the quality is also good, so you'll get ample amount of vitamin C. And as simple as that, lime or lemon, having it daily in your meals or as a sharbat, so that will give you plentiful amount of vitamin C, right? And this vitamin C is responsible for improving your white blood cells, which are the first fighter of immune system, right? So having vitamin C daily in your diet is very much important. Second, vitamin D. Unfortunately, vitamin D is not available through diet, but because that is majorly available through sun exposure. But including more of calcium-rich foods in your diet can help synthesizing this vitamin D. So include more of calcium-rich foods also, because this vitamin D strengthens your immune system and the antibodies response also. So whenever there is an infection, the antibodies response decides the sensitization of this infection to the body. So vitamin D or the calcium is also important. And lastly, very micronutrient, that is zinc. We majorly or commonly don't discuss about zinc because it is a very micronutrient. But for immunity, zinc is particularly very, very important, right? And zinc is available in all type of pulses or sprouts, like all type of dal, particularly dals which are available with husk or the outer covering that has more of zinc in them. Even our almonds and walnuts, they have a certain amount of zinc in them. And pulses or the sprouts which we are eating regularly, or those who are non-vegetarians, then in non-veg food also the zinc amount is there, like fish, certain fish has zinc. So include all these foods in your daily diet, remember to have at least 1 to 2 sources of these vitamin, either vitamin C, vitamin D, or zinc, right? 2 sources in a day will help you to improve your immunity. Then next point is hydration. Hydration is something, you know, which is very important, because that is going to help keep up your body level, body water level. And currently it's a summer season, so water perspiration is also more. And if your hydration is low, your immunity is going to happen. So maintain it by drinking more and more water, particularly when we are sitting at home and there's no bottle next to us. We generally do not drink water more. So make sure that you have water at least 3 to 4 liters in a day. And water, that means plain water plus sources like buttermilk, soups, dals, etc. Through this also you can have the water intake. And of course, no sugary drinks or no food, I mean alcohol particularly, because sugary drinks and alcohol, they drain the water from the body. So avoid that. And lastly, exercise. Home workout is absolutely possible. There are variety of videos available. You can also go to YouTube channels. But if you want to have a look at it, Just for Hearts also has a YouTube channel. So you can go and watch the videos, or there are multiple videos which are available for home workouts. There are trainers which are taking online classes, or if nothing is there, doing plain daily Surya Namaskars. It's simplest exercise, but doing it daily is very much important. So don't miss out on your workouts, because that is going to increase the endorphins, which are responsible for immunity, right? So these are the things which are very much important to maintain our immunity levels, and which are very, very important to make in current situation to fight this COVID-19 situation, right? So Shweta, can we have the poll for vitamin C?
Yeah, sure.
About the vitamin C. So now let's see. I hope you will be able to answer this. But what do you think from the below sources? The vitamin C is available in which fruit? So we'll soon have a poll on your screen.
Okay, let's just go ahead with the other poll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go with the exercise one.
Okay. We've talked about factors of healthy lifestyle. So what do you think only doing exercise will help you to achieve healthy lifestyle? What do you think about that? We have discussed about it, so I hope answers, you will be able to answer this. In the last slide, we have discussed about the 5 factors of healthy lifestyle. I hope I'm not giving clues.
Yeah, so results are here, Pooja.
Absolutely correct. I'm happy to see the result so that I'm delivering what I want to deliver. So yes, definitely doing only exercise will not help. We have to follow all the 5 factors of healthy lifestyle. Stress-free mind, diet, exercise, and adequate sleep. All these are important. Only doing exercise will not help us to have a healthy immunity, or even following the healthy lifestyle will not help us, right? So thank you so much for your answers. I'm really happy to see the results. So let's go to next slide. So now let's come back to the main topic. We've discussed about immunity, because that is very much important in the current situation. So what should be the objectives of a healthy and balanced diet? Or because, you know, as we discussed, diet is a individualized concept. But in general, if you just follow these 5 to 7 tips which I'm going to give you today, that is also going to help you achieving your healthy weight during this pandemic situation. So first and foremost is achieve a healthy energy balance. Eating is also important, because our body is working on the calorific value which we are getting through food. So getting a healthy energy balance, which is distributed equally throughout the day, is very much important, right? In a simplest way, I want to inform you all that whenever we I would say in the morning, we are very much active, right? So our activity pattern is, or the activity level is more. Then there's a taper down the activity till the afternoon, and in the night there is absolutely tapering of the activity, and we just go to sleep in the night after having our meal, right? So the triangle of activity is opposite. But if we consider the triangle of food intake, then it's exactly the opposite, because breakfast is mostly very in a limited or a restricted amount. So breakfast is less, lunch is normal, and end of the day or the dinner is mostly heavy. We have all the options is chapati, rice, dal, sabji, and some extra options also which are made for the dinner, because that is a time which is you all are relaxed, even people or your wives are relaxed, so the entire meal is prepared in the night's time. So activity pattern is this and the intake pattern is this. So you're getting what I want to say. Whenever you should match your activity pattern and eating pattern in a similar fashion, right? So you have your healthy breakfast. Breakfast should be proper. Then your normal lunch, and your dinner should be in a lesser amount, or I would say in a restricted calorie amount, when there's a more of proteins which are you take in the dinner, rather than more of chapatis and rice and entire meal. So have mini meals or healthy meals for dinner. That is very much important. If you just make this one change, you will feel the lightness in your body, because majoritarily we have healthy dinner or filthy dinners, and then we go to sleep. There's no activity and there's more of fat storage. So avoid overeating, particularly munching in between during this work from home, during this entire day. Avoid this munching in between, and maintain this calorie intake or the calorie chart as I discussed. So healthy energy balance during the entire day, or the healthy calorie balance during the entire day, is very much important. Secondly, proteins are the warriors. Yes, it is neglected. Those who are very much health conscious, they take proteins in their diet. But apart from that, particularly vegetarians, they lack protein intake in their diet, because healthy proteins, or the proteins which are utilized for the muscle building, or if we say we have to lose the weight, then we have to shift that weight or the fat weight to muscle weight, which is our healthy weight. So to have this shift, we need to have more of proteins, because protein is the food for muscles. So protein should be the part of major diet, and all the good protein sources are milk and milk products, eggs, chicken, fish, and for the vegetarians, soya bean is also considered to be the good protein source. So apart from these 5 protein source, all sprouts and dals, they are not considered to be a good protein source. So include at least 2 to 3 servings in a day from these 5 protein sources, right? Then restrict the consumption of fats. It is very much important. Fats does not only mean only oil, but ghee or butter consumption, or fatty foods, fried foods, ready to cook foods, because these ready to cook foods or the chips or ready-made foods, they have lots and lots of fats in them. Though it's not visible, but they have lot of fats and sugars in them, which can increase your weight, right? So restrict the consumption of fats. And lastly, very much important, say no to sugar and alcohol. Alcohol, if you have stock, then obviously you will be having that, but otherwise it's not available. But if we consider about the sugar is considered to be a white poison. So because it's the major point which is responsible for weight gain. So eat as less sugar as possible. Not even in your tea and coffee, but many people have a habit of including in your daily meals. So please avoid that. And even not ready-made foods which has lots of sugar, or many people are opting for canned fruits or canned fruit juices. Please avoid that. How much ever extra sugar you will be taking, you will be increasing your weight or adding your fat, right? So no to sugar and no to alcohol. Okay, so these are the main points. And next, what you should be having plentiful is, can we have the next slide? Yes, apart from protein, vegetables. Vegetables and fruits include ample full in your diet, at least 2 servings in every meal. That is 1 bowl of vegetable or 1 bowl of salad. In every meal, you can take that. If it's not available, it's fine. You can have cooked vegetables in a larger amount, or the sprouts are something, which you can easily store for a longer period, and that has a higher amount of fiber. So you can include these sprouts as a salad. Not just vegetables, but sprouts can also be a good salad option. So have at least 1 bowl of salad in every meal, lunch, dinner, in breakfast, right? And fruits particularly, 1 to 2 fruits daily are important. And have fruits in between meal, that will give you more of fiber, because these vegetables are going to give us fiber plus vitamins and minerals. So no option to the vegetables and fruits, have them plentiful. And next thing, fiber. So we have discussed about vegetable. So the fiber is something which is going to really beneficial for us for maintaining the weight. So have this fiber in your every meal. And the fiber which you get will be through your vegetables, raw vegetables or cooked vegetables, green leafy vegetables, sprouts, the sprouted matki or moong, or whatever the options which you have. So you can include these sprouts as a for fiber. Then fruits, especially with skin, uh, particularly take care of fruits and vegetables in this quarantine period. Wash them properly, boil the water, switch off the gas, put these vegetables and even fruits, I would say, dip them in this boiled water for 4 to 5 seconds, so that all the infected things will go off, and even the chemicals and pesticides will go off. So you'll have a cleaned vegetables which will be healthy for you to eat, right? So the fiber, and even the oats has larger amount of fiber, so that you can include it as a breakfast option, which will be very good. So include these fiber sources as many as possible during the entire day, because these fibers are what going to help you to maintain your weight, right? And last option is drink plenty of water, because that is very much important. We have already discussed about the importance of water, but to maintain weight, fat, body water level, plus to release the toxins in your from your body, it is important to have water intake daily in your entire day. Remember, 4 liters minimum based on your body weight, right? Then what do you like? There are a lot of options which are given here. So Shweta, can we have the poll?
Yeah, I am running the poll.
Yes. Yes. So how much cups of tea and coffee you have in a day? I know, keep ourselves active, and especially we are in this room with our laptop, and we are not allowing anybody to enter, so that nobody blocks the video. And so to have a company, that is what we have, tea and coffee. So okay. So 1 to 2 cups, majority of you said 1 to 2 cups. I'm happy. I'm really happy to see the result, because last time when we took this poll, the majority people answered 2 to 4 cups, but that's really good. Limit your tea and coffee to 1 to 2 cups. That is very much important, because this tea and coffee is majorly draining out the water from the body, Plus, it's also not good to have them to maintain your immunity levels also. If you want to have more, you can switch to green tea. That is the best option to have. You can have 3 cups, 4 cups in an entire day to keep yourself warm and give your company along with your work. And lastly, I would say my take home message would be eat healthy. It is, as I said, these 7 tips are easy to follow. And if you follow that, you will be eating healthy food, right? Drink plenty of water, exercise regularly, do the home workouts which are easily available. This all will minimize the toxins from the body, so your immunity will be improved. That will also reduce the stress. And remember, along with this, you have to stay home to keep yourself safe, right? So stay home, stay safe, eat healthy. Eating less does not mean eating healthy. Eat healthy, proper food. Remember the tapering of calories and the activity pattern which you will be doing, right? I know we have lots and lots of things to discuss, but we have a time limitation, so we'll have to stop this. If we get an opportunity, we'll more discuss about this further, but we'll stop here. And if you have any questions, then please let me know. I will be happy to answer.
Yes, thank you so much, Pooja, for the wonderful session and an informative session. So we have lot of queries coming in our question answer session. So
Right.
I just wanted to talk to you, like our other panelist dietitian also on the webinar. Her name is dietitian Divya Sangalikar. She is also from our team. So many of the questions are been answered by her on the question answer session. Okay, in that section, many of the answers are there. So, but still remaining questions, few questions we will take live and we will discuss with Pooja now. Okay, and if any other questions are still remaining, you can just mail it to us on consult@justforhearts.org, so that we will be able to answer all your queries. Okay, so one by one, I will ask other questions to Pooja now. So the question is, how many teaspoons of ghee we can have in a day?
Okay, that's a good question. I would say in a day we can have 2 teaspoons of liquid ghee, not thick wala ghee, because whenever I say 2 teaspoons, then thick teaspoon of ghee is generally been taken. But I am being specific की thin ghee, म्हणजे ज्याला आपण पातळ म्हणतो, पातळ तूप. You can have 2 teaspoons in a day. That 2 teaspoons you can utilize wherever you want. You want to put it on chapatis or rice or whichever meal preparations you will be doing. So 2 teaspoons ghee along, apart from your oil intake, is what we can consider to be healthy intake.
Okay, thank you so much, Pooja. We will go ahead with the next question. The question is, it is from one of the participant. He is unable to sleep more than 3 hours daily. So,
Okay.
what will be your advice? How exactly his diet and routine can be so that he can sleep better?
Yes, what I would suggest is don't have filthy dinners, because when you have more of carbohydrates like rice or chapatis, especially particularly loaded in your dinner, then that increases more of carbohydrate. And when carbohydrate are something which are easy digestible, so when the food is digested early, then that can also increase the the acidity in your body, and sometimes it also disturbs your sleep routine also. So have your meals which are protein rich, so that will give you a feeling of fullness, plus fiber also. So this was about the diet. So have more of protein rich and fiber rich diet. Secondly, do the 15 minutes meditation before you go to sleep. That is very much important, because you're not having continuous sleeps. That means there's some mental stress is there in your mind, or there's a constant thoughts which are going on in your mind. So you need to calm them. You need to taper these thoughts and calm your mind so that your sleep will be calm and quiet. So for that, do 15 minutes of meditation, as simple as I mean, right now I will be able to tell you the simplest solution, but you can definitely take advice from a expert therapist to do meditation. But as simple as concentrating on your breathing and counting how many deep breathing you are doing in a minute. That's because we'll be concentrating on one thought and not any other thoughts will be coming, because that is what is meditation is. So as simple as this, concentration on your breathing, 15 minutes, and think about positive thoughts, not negative thoughts, right? So this 15 minutes of exercise before going to sleep will definitely help you to have a calm sleep later on, right? Because and still, if you're not getting enough of sleep, then follow a proper meditation technique, which is for 30 minutes or from guided by a meditation expert or the yoga expert. That will really help you to have a deep sleep. Or even some people have, we say na, milk haldi wala doodh, right? So that also helps to have a calm sleep. So you can have it before going to bed. That can help you for good sleep.
Right. So we'll take one more question. The question is how exactly the hydration means. I think we have already covered in our topic, but still we can just repeat it for our participants.
Hydration means,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So the hydration is maintaining your body water level, because our weight is not just fat weight, it's also the water weight and the muscle weight. So maintaining your water weight and the fluid balance is very much important. Particularly currently in the summer season, there is a lot of water which is going out or perspirated from our body. Perspiration is more. So fluid loss and salt loss, salt, that is sodium chloride, is go out from our body through this perspiration. So we need to replenish these losses through our water intake. So hydration does not only mean drinking only water, but replenishing this salt is also, or these minerals is also very much important. So you can drink lots of water. That will definitely give you more of oxygen, plus water levels will be maintained. And to replenish this salt, yes, we'll be having a daily salt intake. But apart from that, you can have fluids like sharbats. Nowadays, kokum sharbat is more frequently taken in this season. Lemon juice is the easiest way to replenish this salt by adding salt in this lemon juice. Sugar you can take according to your weight and disease condition. Like diabetes, if you have, avoid this. For weight also, you can avoid sugar intake. But apart from that, you can include salt in this lemon juice and have this lemon sharbat frequently in the entire day. That will definitely help you to maintain your hydration level. Salts will be replenished. So water intake up to 4 liters is what a basic requirement. So you can have juices, fresh made juices, or buttermilk, or soup, or dal, liquid dals. That can also help you to maintain the water level.
Yes, definitely, Pooja. And let's stop with our question answer session now. So I repeat it again. In case any of the questions are not being answered, please write it to us on consult@justforarts.org. And once again, thank you, Pooja, for the lovely session. Thank you,
Yes.
all the trustees of OHR Group for giving us a platform to connect with all of you. Then I just got many messages on the question answer box that would you please run these kind of webinars in our companies also, for our employees also, as all are the HRs over here. So definitely we do conduct sessions for your employees also. So you must be having the options on your screen, like all these services are being offered by Just for Hearts, or like right now we are offering the webinars, but once the lockdown is we are come up with the lockdown thing, definitely we will again start our services like health talks, health checkups, employee engaging programs, health coaching, disease management programs, year-round programs, and health carnivals. So definitely we can conduct these kind of sessions. So answer is to you all. And thank you so much, Pooja. Here are our details of the website or contact number. So in case you require anything, definitely you can get in touch with us. I thanks everyone, and stay home, stay safe, stay connected. Thank you so much. Quickly,
Thank you
I'll
so
just
much.
run one poll so that we get to know about today's session, how exactly they like the session or not. So
Yes, we'll be interested to know
so
that.
your feedback will be valuable to us.
This is just one webinar, which we have a time limitation, but we hope to cover as much as possible.
Definitely. So these webinars are also helping us to connect with all of you and making you aware about the health and wellness. Yeah, so results are here. So I'll just end the poll now and share results with all of you also, so that you
Great.
also see this.
Thank you so much for your feedbacks.
Yes, thank you so much everyone, and stay safe. Thank you.